We grew up with like 3 pianos in the house. Having music in every nook and cranny of that house was really important to me. To me, it's all about like immediacy. The way I want any home studio to function is like I want it all to be like as fast as I can think of an idea, I want to be able to articulate it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, my name is Edward Smith and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at the home studio setup of very successful singer-songwriter and producer Finneas O'Connell. And for those of you that don't know who Finneas is, he is the producer and songwriter of Billie Eilish's music. Finneas Baird O'Connell, commonly known as Finneas, is an American singer-songwriter, record producer and actor who has written and produced music for various artists, including his younger sister Billie Eilish, winning 5 Grammy Awards in 2020, including Album of the Year, Producer of the Year, Non-Classical, Best Engineered Album and Non-Classical for his work on Eilish's debut album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And this man is without a doubt one of the best in the world, if not the best. But let's dive a little bit deeper into his home studio and have a look at the gear that made it all happen. The PC that Finneas uses to create some of the biggest hits in the world is an Apple iMac Pro. This computer has a minimum RAM of 16GB, storage of 1TB and an i5 processor. As a music producer, these are the main specs one focuses on when buying a PC or laptop, and in Finneas' case, his is bumped up to 32GB of RAM, a 2TB SSD with an external hard drive and an i7 processor. This allows Finneas to easily work on his projects without worrying about any latency or possible crashing.
Recorded me and Billy standing in a bathroom and striking all these matches.
Finneas uses Logic Pro to record and produce his music. It's been a while since we've had a full new version of Logic Pro since version X was released back in 2013, but numbers can be deceiving. Version 10.5 is Logic Pro 11, in all but name, turning this most traditional of DAWs into a truly contemporary music making platform. Central to this overall is the addition of Ableton-style live loops, which enable you to jam with ideas before recording them to the main timeline. There's also a new step sequencer, completely overhauled samples and new tools for electronic beat makers. Even though Apple is largely following trends here rather than setting them, this is the modernizing step up that many Logic users have been waiting for. More than all that, though Logic Pro remains superb value for money, this is just the latest of many well-judged free updates. And for the price, Mac users won't find a more comprehensive set of music production tools anywhere else. Finneas used Yamaha HS5 studio monitors in his home studio to produce all Billie's songs. Note, these monitors are only $350 a pair. The famous story about the old Yamaha NS10 studio monitors was not that they were chosen because they sounded great, but actually because they didn't. The theory being that if you could mix a track to sound good on them, you could be confident it would sound good anyway. Of course, times have changed and even modern entry-level monitors will do a job, but the appeal of owning a piece of genuine studio history is strong. The Yamaha HS5 series are reference speakers which are built solely with mixing and monitoring in mind. There's no Bluetooth or graphic EQ, and room correction is basic at best. For sheer accuracy, however, they're hard to beat at this price range. Get your mix right on these and it'll sound fantastic anyway. When it comes to MIDI keyboards, Finneas uses a Roly Seaboard and an Akai MPK Mini to produce. It might share a note layout with other controller keyboards, but Roly Seaboard block is a different animal altogether. Like the more expensive Seaboards, it's a pressure-sensitive continuous surface that responds to even subtle gestures. Using its 24 key waves, you can shape notes as you play, adjusting the character of the sound with your finger movements. As a wireless, portable, multi-touch controller for gigging, traveling or in the studio, Seaboard Block is a godsend and retains an upmarket feel of its bigger siblings in a more affordable form factor. Couple this with its expandability via other products in the Blox range, and you've got a performance tool that turns heads and offers high quality throughout. Inspiring, innovative, and addictive. As far as MIDI keyboards go, the Akai MPK Mini MK2 is an oldie but a goodie, still hanging in there at the top of the sales charts after 5 years, and for good reason. Akai have pitched the MPK Mini MK2 perfectly between breadth of features, portability, build quality, and affordability. Standout features include the 4-way joystick for pitch bend and modulation, the built-in arpeggiator, note repeat functions, generous provision of knobs, and fantastic feeling MPC style pads. Equally at home as a small, lightweight MIDI controller to slip into your laptop bag when you're on the move, or controlling software instruments and plugins in a studio setting, the MPK Mini MK2 wraps everything up in an affordable, practical package.
They're called ATH M50X. They're a pair of Audio-Technica headphones, and
probably the best headphones to buy in terms of value for money. Finneas uses the Audio-Technica M50Xs. The reissued M50s are a popular model across the audio world, competing directly with Beyerdynamic and AKG. They are comfortable, fold and bend in all the right places, and are relatively light at 285 grams. The sound quality is good overall, though they do shy away from a detailed airy high frequency region, and the mids are clear and forward, while the bottom end extends down without any peaky resonances. As with all low impedance designs, they are easily driven beyond my comfort threshold. When it comes to the audio interface Finneas uses, this part of his studio is not cheap. Universal Audio's Apollo audio interfaces are top sellers, and the latest generation is the most powerful ever. 50% more powerful, in fact. The Universal Audio Apollo X8P is one of the company's most popular models, boasting 8 unison preamps, a top contender for the best preamp models in the industry. You also get excellent ADDA conversion and dual crystal clocking for high quality sound, native 7.1 surround monitoring support, selectable plus 24 dB operation, built-in talkback, and more, plus sub 2 ms latency and ample expandability via Thunderbolt 3. And the Apollo X8P comes loaded with a powerful 6-core hexa-core processor that allows use of their acclaimed real-time UAD processing during tracking and mixing. This audio interface, in my opinion, is the best that money can buy.
I'm in love without you.
When recording an artist like Billie Eilish, having the best mic you can get is important, and in this case, Finneas opted to use the Neumann TLM-102 to get the job done. As one of the best respected names in microphones, we were expecting good things from the Neumann TLM-102. This large diaphragm condenser promises superlative performance for vocals, and it does not disappoint. Offering crystal clear reproduction across the frequency range with a nice bump around the 6 kHz mark, the TLM-102 is a specialist microphone which will do wonders for your mixes. That's not to say it can't do other applications though. It features a relatively high sound pressure threshold, so recording loud sources like drums and guitar amplifiers isn't out of the question. All told, this is an ideal investment for anyone looking to upgrade their recording gear and take their tracks to a new level. So that brings this video to an end of the home studio setup of very successful singer-songwriter and producer Finneas O'Connell, focusing on the gear that he uses to make his hits every single day. And if you guys enjoyed this video or have any questions, leave a comment down below, give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, subscribe down below, and I will see you for another video next time.